Hey guys, James here. Gonna be doing just a little impromptu video, kind of, explaining my opinion on Classic World of Warcraft. Um, it's not really that valuable of an opinion, I think, but, figured I'd share it anyway. Gonna preface the video with an apology for the long title, and if you don't feel like listening to me ramble on, go ahead and read the description to the video because it's basically a transcript of my rambling rant that I'm going on. Um, so I don't really know why I felt like expressing my opinion mattered at all, but we're gonna go for it and see if it generates a little discussion, see what people think. But yeah. Anyway, so back in 2019, when Blizzard released Classic World of Warcraft, everybody wanted to play it. I've been playing it ever since it came out. I was playing on Nostalrius for a year or two before that. Back when I originally started playing World of Warcraft, I played like the last month of Burning Crusade. So I was probably like, what? Maybe 13 or 14, something like that. And most of the time that I spent was in Wrath of the Lich King. That was when I raided at all. I didn't raid anything else other than in Wrath of the Lich King, and I didn't even raid much in Wrath. But I played up until I think I played, jeez, Cata, Draenor, Mist of Pandaria, those are flip-flopped, and Legion. Played a little bit of Shadowlands and Battle for Azeroth, but it was I'm not obviously the biggest fan of how modern World of Warcraft is. So, saying all that just to say I never played vanilla, and I don't know what drew me to vanilla, but I played it on Nostalrius, and I've played it ever since Blizzard released it. But there's one thing that makes me kind of unique, I think. And I don't know how many other people are like this, but like I said, I think I'm fairly unique in this way. I never got to max level in any of the classic World of Warcrafts. Vanilla, Burning Crusade, Wrath, now in Cata when it's come out. Classic era, either of the seasons of Season of Mastery, Season of Discovery, any of the hardcore movements. Never got to max level, but I've played consistently. And it got me thinking as I was watching videos over the past few weeks of streamers and YouTubers talking about the upcoming release, well, and now release of Phase 4 of Season Discovery. The rumored Classic Plus survey that's going around. I wasn't sure if that survey was real, but it got me thinking, why do I keep coming back and playing Classic? Why is it? What would I want to see more in Classic Plus? And as I listened more and more, I got to the point of, okay, they're talking about endgame a lot. They're talking about world buffs, raiding, new heat setting in Molten Core, a new Molten Core boss that is literally just a flame lava ball or something like that. And I'm like, I wouldn't see any of that anyway, because I don't play that. Why do I keep coming back to Classic, and specifically Vanilla Classic? I never get to 60, but I come back and I do the same things over and over again. I go to the same starting zones. I normally play Horde. I go to the same starting zones, go through the same quests, I end up in the Barrens, doing the same quests. And then my little movement of playing World of Warcraft comes to an end, and I go play another game for a little bit. And then I come back, and I pick up on a character, and then I start a new character sometimes. And as you can see right now, the background to this entire rant is a human warrior. That's what I'm playing right now, because I've never really played Alliance. I've always played Horde. And where I'm at right now, I'm playing on the classic fresh movement on Deviate Delight. And I was one of the first players to come over here and play this. And I jumped in right away, and then a couple weeks later, I quit playing. And then I came back a couple weeks after that, and I kept playing. It got me again. All of this got me thinking of, why am I coming back to this? And I was looking at thinking, okay, it's got to be just I'm nostalgic or something, and obviously nostalgic. I'm just nostalgic for what I had when I was a kid. And it's like, no, that can't be it. Because I enjoy the game. I enjoy it. It's fun. And I started going through things. I'm like, okay, well, it's not the social aspect. Because I'm in a guild, but I don't really play with other people. I just play on my own usually. It's not the dungeons. It's not the raids. I never get to the end game. Dungeons, low-level dungeons, I barely ever do them. PvP, I don't do that much either. And at that point, I was like, what is it? What is it? And for me, it came to the point of, oh, it's the world of Warcraft. Azeroth itself. And it sounds corny, but Azeroth is a place. You can come in here and you just relax, and you go through and you level up for a bit. It's relaxing. I'm not getting into the minutia of, I have to grind whatever consumables for the raid, and then I've got to respec and stuff like that. I don't do that. So make sure I don't log out while I'm sitting here. But yeah, and the whole thing is, what are they going to do with Classic? Are they going to do Classic Plus? And what is it going to take to make Classic Plus good? Because as you can see, Season of Discovery has started to kind of go down the path in similarity towards how retail operates. At least that's what I hear. Again, I don't play it. Where it's focusing on that endgame content and improving that rating and the min-maxing of rating. And I mean, I get that. Like, I'd want to do that. But it all comes down to World of Warcraft is an MMO RPG. And it feels like after a certain point, Blizzard quit working on the MMO RPG part of the game and focused mostly on the MMO part. And I'm sure a lot of people who have a lot more experience in World of Warcraft have already said this. Because like I said at the beginning of this, I don't think my opinion's that important, and it's probably flawed in a lot of ways. But I feel like they focused on making like the seasonal aspect of Season of Discovery and Season of Mastery. They've tried to do esports, stuff like that. All this min-maxing and speed running. And don't get me wrong, that stuff can be fun. But it has drawn away from being an MMO RPG to now just an MMO, where it's just people online doing things in an instance when it is supposed to be an RPG out in a world. And that's where you have the issues of, people don't feel connected to their characters anymore. And they don't feel connected to the world around them, actually. And you have it where, like, you really started seeing it after Cata. Cata is I think where that aspect really took off when they shattered the world. They changed the world that people had been connected to. And like even with Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King, it took you out of that original Eastern Kingdoms and Calamdor or Kalimdor, whatever. And it Cata broke that. And then everything else has been new zones. And it's always basically the same idea of a template, and they throw in some stuff, and there's just not, and don't get me wrong, there is some storyline, obviously. Some of it is a little weird, but it has gotten away from making you want to really connect with your character and with your one main character, so that you feel like that is you in this world. And I'm not talking about getting into like actual role playing and stuff like that. I don't do that. Nothing against anybody that does. That's just I don't do that. But the whole point of this is to feel like you are in another world completely, to have a connection to your character and have a connection to the people around you, as all these people are running by me. So that's like I said, that's my stupid little opinion. It's honestly, I'll probably get a bunch of crap for this, but I felt like it had been on my mind for probably a couple weeks now, and thinking about Turtle WoW, Classic Plus, and things that could happen with it, and what, like, as me, someone who doesn't play World of Warcraft all the time, but consistently comes back to it, what I would want to see. And to me, it comes down to getting World of Warcraft back to the state of an MMORPG and not just an MMO. So, that, guys, that's my rambling TED Talk. I'm sure it's nothing new and nothing really impressive. But, again, get some feedback and get some conversations going. Cool. With that, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.